In a world where appearances veil intentions and where masks are more common than truth, the ability to read others is not just a social skill, it is a weapon. Niccolò Machiavelli, the cunning Renaissance thinker, understood the psychology of power better than most. He saw through facades, perceived intentions beneath gestures, and interpreted human behavior with an almost surgical precision. This script delves into 14 Machiavellian psychological tactics that allow you to read anyone instantly, not with mysticism, but with piercing logic, cold realism, and a fearless confrontation of human nature. To understand others is to control outcomes. To see through a man is to command his future. These tactics are not meant for manipulation in the cheap sense, but rather for survival and dominance in a world where ignorance is punished and awareness is rewarded. 1. The eyes betray the mind, the eyes never lie, but people do. Machiavelli believed that a person's gaze could betray their internal state more than words ever could. Observe how someone's eyes react when they speak. Dilated pupils can indicate interest, excitement, or fear. Rapid blinking or an inability to maintain eye contact may indicate deception or insecurity. Someone who locks eyes without wavering may be trying to assert dominance or mask a lie through forced confidence. When you encounter someone, don't merely listen. Watch. Look where they look when they speak, when they lie, when they brag. If they look to the left before speaking, they're accessing memory. If they look to the right, they're likely constructing, fabricating. This isn't mystical NLP pseudoscience. It's pattern recognition. 2. The language of silence. Words are easy. Silence is hard. Machiavelli understood the value of silence, not just in applying it, but in interpreting it. When someone is silent after a statement, what does it mean? Discomfort? Contemplation? A trap? When you ask a question and receive silence, interpret the delay. Is it strategic hesitation or genuine thought? Do they want you to speak more, revealing your own cards? Machiavellian silence is rarely empty. It is a tool, a signal, and sometimes a power play. 3. Observe the unnecessary. People reveal themselves in what they don't need to do. An unnecessary apology, an unprompted justification, or a random compliment. These are where the truth lives. Machiavelli taught that power is often hidden in the subtle, in the seemingly meaningless gestures. When someone overexplains, they're hiding something. When they boast unprovoked, they're compensating. When they laugh too loud, they're insecure. Look past what they say and into why they feel compelled to say it. 4. Test for vanity. Everyone wants to feel important. Machiavelli believed that if you can identify a person's vanity, you can predict their behavior. Give a compliment and observe how it's received. Do they bask in it or deflect it? The veins soak in flattery like a sponge and often open up more when their ego is stroked. A man proud of his intellect will be offended if you subtly question it. A woman confident in her beauty may grow cold if you neglect to notice it. Learn their vanity, and you will hold their leash. 5. The smile that hides the knife. Machiavelli was explicit about appearances. He said a prince must appear to be good, while being willing to act in opposition to virtue. When reading someone, know that smiles are often disguises. The wider the smile, the deeper the deception may lie. Genuine smiles involve the eyes, the Duchenne marker. Forced ones don't. Read the face like a battlefield map. Is the smile tight-lipped? Is it delayed? Is it situationally incongruent? If so, something beneath is simmering. 6. Use time as a truth detector. People can lie in moments, but they can't lie consistently over time. Machiavelli knew that observing a man's behavior across different circumstances revealed his true nature. Watch how someone reacts to stress, to power, to rejection. In consistency, truth is revealed. Patterns are not random. They are character exposed. Don't judge by one moment. Watch the mosaic form. 7. Create pressure to reveal. Apply slight social pressure and observe the cracks. Ask uncomfortable questions. Use pauses. Stare a bit too long. Pressure magnifies what people try to hide. Machiavelli didn't just believe in reading truth. He believed in extracting it. Put someone in a group and subtly contradict them. Do they double down or retreat? Do they defend or defer? Pressure reveals hierarchy, confidence, and manipulation styles. To know someone, watch how they bleed under friction. 8. Interpret emotional precision. Most people speak in general emotions. Machiavellians listen for specifics. When someone says, "I'm upset," ask, "What exactly made you upset?" The inability to articulate emotions with precision reveals repression, dishonesty, or confusion. People lie in abstraction. Truth lives in specifics. When someone avoids specifics, they avoid accountability. That is your signal. 9. Calibrate for contradictions when someone's actions don't match their words. Machiavelli would not call it hypocrisy. He'd call it opportunity. Contradictions reveal inner conflict or deception. If someone says they hate drama but always orbit chaotic people, you have learned something invaluable about their true inclinations. Contradictions are not weaknesses. They are entrances. They show where people are hiding from themselves, and thus, from you. 10. Identify their stage persona. Everyone performs. Machiavelli believed that politics, relationships, and even casual encounters were stages. The key to reading someone instantly is to identify their act. Are they the hero, the victim, the seducer, the rebel? Once you identify their role, you can predict their script. The victim will seek sympathy. The hero wants validation. The rebel craves reaction. Understand their role, and you'll know their next move. 11. Measure the pace of speech. Speed betrays emotion. Rapid speech can indicate anxiety, guilt, or eagerness to manipulate. Slower, deliberate speech can signal dominance, control, or deep calculation. But context is everything. Machiavelli would advise you to read the deviation. Does someone suddenly speak faster when asked about a topic? Do they hesitate more than usual? Change in rhythm is a crack in the mask. 12. Watch their reactions, not their intentions. People may lie about what they want, but they never lie about what they feel. If you insult someone playfully and they get defensive, you found insecurity. If you ignore someone and they act out, you've located their craving for attention. Reactions are subconscious truths. The body moves before the mind can construct a lie. Machiavelli would say, watch not what they plan, but how they flinch. 13. Provoke to decode, ask controversial questions. Disagree mildly. Be unpredictable. The more you provoke, the more people reveal. People are most themselves when emotionally disturbed. A calm man is curated. A provoked man is real. Machiavelli valued provocation not for its own sake, but because it shattered illusions. Let them break their own mask. 14. Follow their power map. Every person bows to something. Some worship status, others beauty, others intelligence. Discover what someone reveres, and you find their chain. People follow power unconsciously. Watch who they defer to, who they seek approval from, who they imitate. This shows their values, their fears, and their aspirations. Once you know what someone obeys, you know how to influence them. Machiavelli was not a cynic. He was a realist. He did not hate people. He understood them. These 14 psychological tactics are not merely about reading others. They are about defending yourself, about understanding the battlefield of human interaction, and about navigating the world with eyes unclouded. To read someone is to protect yourself. To understand someone is to outmaneuver them. In a world ruled by subtle warfare, those who cannot read are prey, and those who see through others, they are kings in a court of puppets. Use these tactics with caution. Not everyone should be read, but those who should be, often with the brightest smiles. And remember, the first rule of true power is this: he who knows others controls outcomes. He who knows himself commands the world.